What is Stalinist architecture? What exactly is Stalinist architecture? This unique style emerged during the rule of Joseph Stalin in the Soviet Union, roughly from the 1930s to the early 1950s. Often referred to as Socialist Classicism or the Stalinist Empire style, it was primarily used for public and residential buildings. The goal was to create monumental structures that represented the power and progress of the Soviet state. Stalinist architecture aimed to convey the strength and stability of the Soviet Union. It marked a shift away from modernist styles, embracing classical and national traditions instead. This style incorporated neoclassical elements like columns, arches, and elaborate moldings. It also drew inspiration from Russian Baroque, Gothic, Renaissance, and even Art Deco. The result was grand and ornate buildings that often had a monumental scale. One of the most iconic examples of this architectural style is the group of skyscrapers in Moscow known as the Seven Sisters. Constructed between 1947 and 1953, these buildings blend Russian Baroque and Gothic styles with the technology of American skyscrapers. They feature strong bases and crown-like tops, emphasizing verticality and grandeur. Notable structures among the Seven Sisters include the main building of Moscow State University and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs building. Stalinist architecture was not just about looks, it also played a role in urban planning. Cities were designed with specific plans that divided them into districts. The architecture aimed to transform the city's image and reflected Soviet ideals. The state heavily influenced architectural projects, sometimes changing its stance on styles and buildings from criticism to praise. The style is known for its elaborate decorations, which include sculptures, mosaics, and natural stone. Interiors often featured Soviet symbols like the state emblem and the five-pointed star. While the buildings focused on form and symbolism, practical use of space was sometimes overlooked, with some floors having limited functional areas. From a communist viewpoint, Stalinist architecture serves as a powerful cultural and political statement. It showcases the Soviet Union's achievements in industrialization and modernization. These structures were designed to inspire pride among citizens and demonstrate the Soviet Union's status as a global superpower. In the post-communism era, many people feel a sense of nostalgia for Soviet architecture, including Stalinist buildings. These structures are valued not only for their historical significance, but also for their artistic and monumental qualities. They reminded us of a time when architecture was closely linked to social and political ideals, reflecting the collective aspirations of a communist society. Stalinist architecture is a monumental style that symbolizes Soviet power and progress. It combines various historical influences with Soviet symbolism, serving both aesthetic and ideological purposes in the urban environment of the Soviet Union.